It's not that anyone's done anything wrong. No one did anything wrong in our case. All the doctors were on the right track and they did the best they could. And we would have gotten there eventually with this particular disease.
How far would you go to preserve your most cherished memories? For the esteemed actor Robin Williams, if there was one thing he desired to be remembered for, it was his ability to bring healing through laughter.
How many times you been married, Bill? Whole time, whole time.
Known for his active involvement in charitable endeavors like comic relief and the Christopher Dana Reeve Foundation, Williams left the world in shock when he took his own life. The autopsy revealed an overlooked type of dementia that had silently plagued him for years. To delve into the intricacies of dementia, let's explore the poignant story of Robin Williams. In this episode, we unravel the symptoms, risks, and prevention strategies for dementia. Stay with us till the end, as this video might reshape your understanding of this complex condition. Most importantly, cutting-edge science now shows we can dramatically reduce dementia risk through lifestyle choices. Step by step, we will reveal actionable ways to lessen susceptibility, life-changing measures putting prevention in your hands. Before we look at the prevention strategies, let's take a moment to remember the renowned American actor and comedian Robin Williams. He was celebrated for his captivating stand-up routines and versatile performances in films. Possessing the rare gift of bringing smiles to audiences, Williams wrote a short sentence describing what he wanted to be known for in the summer of 2012. "I want to help people be less afraid." Tragically, 2 years later, at the age of 63, he ended his brilliant life. His lifeless body was discovered at his residence in Tiburon, California, Marin County, having inflicted fatal wounds with a pocket knife. The autopsy revealed the presence of caffeine, levodopa, and antidepressants in his system, leading to the conclusion of suicide. Despite grappling with depression over the years, Williams had never displayed suicidal tendencies. Investigators probed whether he had ever considered suicide as a response to health issues, but no evidence suggested this. But then, something was off. Examining his digital devices, they found searches related to medications on his iPad, while his iPhone held no messages indicating suicidal thoughts. The eerie connection to the dark comedy World's Greatest Dad, where a character's son takes his life in a similar manner, added a haunting layer to the investigation. In his final days, Robin Williams faced a silent battle that wasn't evident on the screen, especially in his last role in Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb. All was not well. Despite his outward appearance, his mind betrayed him. His struggle extended beyond forgetting lines on set. Privately, he grappled with paranoia, panic attacks, anxiety, and the torment of insomnia. The inexplicable nature of these challenges added a layer of mystery to his suffering. On August 10, 2014, after bidding his wife goodnight, Williams' residence transformed into a poignant shrine the next day. From every corner of the globe, mourners poured in tributes, grappling with the question of why this accomplished actor would choose to depart from the stage of life. Initial speculations about addiction or financial woes veered dramatically. The real shock came after the autopsy report. The shocking truth emerged. Robin Williams was not battling Parkinson's disease, as initially diagnosed, but something far more deceptive. Lewy body dementia, the severity of the condition, evaded detection by doctors. Individuals with Parkinson's disease exhibit distinct brain changes, often signaled by the presence of Lewy protein bodies that clump within brain cells. Williams' symptoms of Parkinson's actually carried the weight of Lewy body dementia. In a staggering statistic, he became one among 1.4 million individuals fighting with this condition in the United States. And now, to the big questions. What is dementia? How can I reduce the risk factors? Dementia is not a single disease. Rather, it is a term to describe a collection of symptoms that one may experience if they are living with a variety of diseases like Alzheimer's disease. The diseases grouped under dementia are caused by abnormal brain changes. Symptoms of dementia include a decline in cognitive abilities. In extreme cases, it impairs daily life and independent function. It also affects feelings, relationships, and behavior. The most common type of dementia is Alzheimer's disease, which accounts for 60 to 80% of cases. This is followed by Lewy body dementia, LBD for short. This condition happens when Lewy bodies are present in the brain. These bodies are clumps of protein that build up inside the brain. They damage the neurons and affect movement, behavior, mental capabilities, and sleep. In the early days of Robin Williams' condition, he opted for physical therapy. He didn't think it was mental. LBD is a progressive disease. This means that the symptoms start slowly and get worse over time. Unfortunately, there's no cure for this disease, but it can be managed with some medications. Lewy body dementia affects adults over the age of 50. The older one gets the more they're at risk of developing the condition. Men are more likely to have this condition than females. Because people living with dementia are at higher risk of suicide, it is important to seek professional help. Had Robin Williams met the right doctor, might have had a different outcome. Now let's dive deeper into understanding dementia and explore ways to alleviate its risks. If you're uncertain about whether you might have Lewy body dementia, these clues would help. The commonest symptom of this dementia is changes in movement, thinking abilities, behavior, and sleep. Robin Williams was a high flyer in his 30s. He took on several movie scripts and delivered the best. But years later, he had trouble with attention, multitasking, and memory. He struggled to remember his lines on set. The director mistook it for his substance misuse. Another common symptom is problems with visual and spatial abilities. People living with the condition misidentify objects. Visual hallucinations also happen in at least 80% of people. Schneider-Williams, his wife, recalled that her husband used to have visual hallucinations. Pulling him out from these hallucinations became a difficult task as he confronted imagined fears that gripped his heart. However, the doctor didn't explain why. When she asked about it, the doctor assured her that it was Parkinson's disease and that he would be fine. Williams was stressed by work and had insufficient sleep. It soon progressed to severe insomnia until he couldn't tell day from night. Other salient symptoms include sensitivity to heat and cold, poor sense of smell, dizziness, and changes to the function of the body. LDB and Parkinson's disease cause movement problems like tremors and muscles. However, people with Parkinson's don't have problems with their memory until the last stages of their disease. Sometimes they have their memories intact. For those with LBD, these symptoms begin sooner. Rest assured, Lewy body dementia doesn't signify an inevitable fate. To prevent it, it's important to understand the associated risk factors and how we can reduce your risk. Age is the biggest risk factor for Lewy body dementia. Other conditions like high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and diabetes are also risk factors. Other known risk factors are Parkinson's disease and REM sleep behavior disorder. Having a family member with LBD also increases a person's risk. However, researchers argue that it is not a genetic disease. It is still unclear why Lewy bodies build up in the brain. Scientists also don't know why some people have it and others don't. Thankfully, there are ways to reduce your risk. To begin with, engaging in regular physical activity reduces the likelihood of developing dementia and contributes positively to heart health, weight management, and overall mental well-being and avoiding stress. Starting physical activity in later years may pose a challenge, but an effective strategy involves starting with modest efforts and progressively increasing intensity. Importantly, choose activities that bring enjoyment and make sure you get a good night's sleep. Pairing this with a nutritious and balanced diet further lessens the risk of dementia, as well as other health conditions such as type 2 diabetes, obesity, cancer, and heart disease. While there isn't a single brain-boosting food, a combination of diverse foods in appropriate proportions can return significant benefits. It is advisable to incorporate whole-grain starchy foods like rice, wholemeal bread, and pasta into meals. Cut down on sugar and refined carbohydrates. Prioritize the consumption of vegetables, fruits, seeds, and nuts, while avoiding red meats like beef and lamb. Processed meats such as bacon and sausages should be excluded, with oily fish like mackerel and salmon serving as healthier alternatives. Exercise caution with breaded or battered fish due to their unhealthy fat content. Continuously acquire new skills during your youth. The ongoing process of learning not only engages your mind but also maintains its vitality. However, as you age and become proficient in various activities, your brain may sense a lack of challenge. For instance, research indicates that novice musicians learning instruments tend to exhibit a more youthful brain compared to seasoned professionals. This is because amateurs actively engage their minds, facing the challenge of mastering their instruments, whereas professionals may perform more automatically. To prevent your brain from feeling the effects of aging, it's essential to embrace ongoing learning experiences, explore new languages, adopt fresh hobbies, and refine different skills. Even activities like playing Sudoku can contribute to keeping your mind agile. Remember, the key is to ensure that your brain remains dynamic and continues to adapt by incorporating novel and stimulating pursuits into your routine. Now that you're informed with the habits to steer clear of and those to embrace for a better chance at preventing dementia, the crucial question is whether you'll adhere to these recommendations. Dementia is a profoundly distressing way to lose a loved one, and our sympathies extend to Robin's family. It's imperative to be conscious of all preventive measures available to safeguard yourself and your loved ones from such a tragic outcome. If you know someone grappling with dementia, encourage them to seek professional assistance promptly. Share with us which of these tips you intend to incorporate into your life.